Hello everyone, welcome to the news desk here at Pro Tour Aether Revolt. I'm your host Rich Hagon, and I've been joined by Ryan Chaply, the Senior Esports Program Manager at Twitch, and Eric Tam, the Senior Business Development Manager. Gentlemen, welcome. Great to have you with us, and great to be in partnership with you and everyone at Twitch. So, first question, and everyone's watching on Twitch, but even so, what is Twitch, Ryan? What's the story?
Yeah, so almost 10 years ago now, Twitch kind of started out as a slightly different branded channel, Justin TV, following the life of Justin. It turned out that a lot of people actually wanted to stream their lives instead of just watching Justin, so it launched as a live streaming service, and video games and gaming in general became kind of the most popular category, so it spun off into Twitch. And now we're kind of the largest online social streaming service out there, and a giant community now of people playing all sorts of games, both video games, card games, as well as kind of getting back to the roots of going in and experiencing live events.
Fantastic stuff. Now, Eric, everyone's very excited about this new partnership, but everyone wants to know what it means practically for Magic. What are we going to see on our screens, on our laptops, on our phones over the next years?
Absolutely, we're really excited too. I believe Wizards has a great article up about this, but to recap, and to start off, first of all, most prominently for the viewers out there, they'll be getting over 40 events this year, including all 4 Pro Tours, the World Magic Cup, the World Championships, and I think double, so like 34, 35 GP weekends, and a lot more.
Right, so that's going to be the best part of 1,000 hours of live streaming right here on the Twitch channel for Magic. 1,000 hours, that's up from about 600 previously, so tangible benefits straight away to the viewer. Now, in terms of subscriptions, Ryan, we've literally just gone live with that this weekend.
Yep.
So, for those people who aren't really familiar with it, what are subscriptions? What do they do for you? Why do you do them? What's great about them?
Yeah, so subscriptions give you the opportunity to kind of help and value Magic, I guess, in a tangible way as a broadcaster, but you get a lot of benefits viewing it. We talked about, actually, I believe a few minutes ago you were saying that we were going to chat about the chat here. So,
right, yeah.
So part of the things that in chat you'll see that if you're a subscriber, there's a bunch of new emotes that came out with Magic. I think that came out with the announcement, as well as subscription badges that you get for subscribing to it. We have a bunch of additional stuff coming throughout the year. I don't want to steal Wizards' thunder here.
Right, well, I think the thing we can say is that it's enough to know that there's a pipe down which things are coming.
Yes,
that's
definitely
a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and it allows us to really start to take a lot of the new cool things that we're doing at Twitch and bring them directly to Magic.
So look, why is this partnership exciting for Twitch? You're a fantastic platform, you've got a lot of great products out there. Why is Magic great for you?
Well, I think a lot of us grew up with Magic. I mean, I started way back in Ice Age as well. It's kind of an integral part of my childhood.
And this guy's too.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a mo.
Yes,
Way back in the day.
Much more so than me even, but kind of coming up through that, we have a lot of passion internally. A lot of us have quite a few cards at home, so we're really thrilled to see Magic kind of grow on the platform as a really neat experience. And it allows us, partnering directly with Wizards, to kind of take all the new stuff that we're working on and bring it to Magic directly. You'll notice, I think we're doing 1080p this weekend. Right. So that's kind of like the first right out of the gate improvement that we're jumping on board with. And we have a lot of other things kind of coming down the pipe, some pretty cool stuff.
Now, Eric, walk us back half a lifetime. Let's talk 1996, and let's talk about Pro Tour 1. Because honestly, when I got an email saying Eric Tam's coming in, I thought, I've not met him. Why do I know the name? Tell us why I know you.
Well, so it was a very long time ago, and it was during my second last year of high school. I won the Canadian National Championships in 1995, and so I was invited to Pro Tour New York. So I didn't call in, but I was actually invited, I believe, by Mark Rosewater or the DCI people. And so we drove down in the middle of a snowstorm, survived that, and after way too much playtesting, which resulted in a really weird deck, which a lot of people asked me about, I ended up, I think, going 7 or 8-1. I think I lost to Mark Justin in the last round of the general of the main play section, and I made the top 8. So
fantastic really cool stuff. So I'm pretty certain that this is going to be the oldest deck list we ever show on the stream. Why don't we take a look at Eric Tam's 1996 Pro Tour 1 top 8 deck list. Now, I'm not going to ask you to tell us exactly what Anzerin Ruins does with the 1 copy in the sideboard. It's worth bearing in mind, this was a super weird format, right? You had to play 5 cards from every expansion there had been to that point.
Right, I don't think that's ever been repeated again.
No, I don't think so either.
Although R&D was a little younger back then, which is, I think, a charitable way to put it. So they were interesting. I mean, the Wizards people do a great job, I think, now. But it was definitely, the variety of cards you had to use was definitely really interesting. And I had a philosophy that I wanted to beat everything and use every single sideboard card. So I think that results in what I think people are seeing in chat as a pretty odd list. And way too much playtesting, too. When you playtest too much, there is a point where you can playtest too much.
So that's 1996, 21 years later. Could you imagine that you would be working in what is essentially an industry that at that point didn't even exist? So
I don't know if I could have imagined it, and I don't know if I knew I could have made a career in games. After I think a couple of good years on the Pro Tour, and I think I made another top 8 World Championships, I started focusing on school, and I figured, this is, I'm going to get to the serious part of my life. But something at Pro Tour 1, I remember Richard Garfield giving a speech just before the top 8, talking about how he hoped that someday games would be as big as the movies. And it's a real thrill after 20 years to be able to negotiate this partnership with Wizards and to come back. And I think now you can see on Twitch that games might be as big as the movies.
Oh, bigger. Definitely bigger now.
Probably bigger.
Yeah, which is a pretty extraordinary world that we live in, where we've managed to get to that point. And a lot of that is down to the fellas here at Twitch. Really excited about the partnership. Ryan, Eric, thanks for being here. We can't wait to have you come back, tell us about lots more. Once that pipe is a little more revealed and we show people exactly what's coming. But for Ryan and Eric Tam, I'm your host, Rich Hagan, on the Twitch partnership.